Hey y'all, let's read. I haven't posted a reading video in a while because I've been super busy creating a salon, and I've been still reading my Bible. I just haven't been reading to you guys like I should be. So here we go. We're gonna pick up where we left off, and we left off at 9:18 in Genesis. Okay, so that's Genesis 9:18. Noah and his sons. All right. Let's see if I can hold this still. Noah and his sons. Now the sons of Noah went out of the ark were Shem, Ham, and Japheth. And Ham was the father of Canaan. And these three were the sons of Noah. And from these the whole earth was populated. And Noah began to be a farmer, and he planted a vineyard. Then he drank of the wine and was drunk, and became uncovered in his tent. And Ham, the father of Canaan, saw the nakedness of his father, and told his two brothers outside. But Shem and Japheth took a garment, laid it on both their shoulders, and went backward and covered the nakedness of their father. Their faces were turned away, and they did not see their father's nakedness. So Noah awoke from his wine and knew what his younger son had done to him. Then he said, "Cursed be Canaan, a servant of servants. He shall be to his brethren." And he said, "Blessed be the Lord, the God of Shem, and may Canaan be his servant. May God may God enlarge Japheth, and may he dwell in the tents of Shem, and may Canaan be his servant." And Noah lived after the flood 350 years. So all the days of Noah were 950 years, and he died. Chapter 10. And I'm going to try to hold this still. My stand is upstairs, and I just don't want to stop. I want to keep reading to you guys. We've got a lot to go. And I'm reading because what if someone doesn't have a Bible? Yeah. So now you do. You don't have to be without one. You might have a phone, but now you have a Bible too. Okay, let's get back to reading. Nations descended from Noah. Now this is the genealogy of the sons of Noah: Shem, Ham, and Japheth. And sons were born to them after the flood. The sons of Japheth were Gomer, Magog, Madai, Javan, Tubal, Meshech, and Tyrus. The sons of Gomer were Ashkenaz. Oh goodness, here we go. Ashkenaz and Rephath and Togarmah. The sons of Javan were Elisha, Tarish, Kittim, and Dodanium. From these, the coastland peoples of the Gentiles were separated into their lands, everyone according to his language, according to their families, into their nations. The sons of Ham were Cush, Mizraim, Put, and Canaan. The sons of Cush were Seba, Havilah, Sabta, Ramah, and Sabteka. And the sons of Ramah were Sheba and Dedan. Cush begot Nimrod. He began to be a mighty one on the earth. He began to put the mighty one on earth. He was the mighty hunter before the Lord. Therefore, it is said, like Nimrod, the mighty hunter before the Lord, and the beginning of his kingdom was Babel, Erech, Akkad, Asakad, and Calneh, and in the land of Shinar. From the land he went to Assyria and built Nineveh, Rehoboth. What does that say? Israel. Rehoboth, Israel. Kalaha, Resen, between Nineveh and Kala. That is the principal city. Mizraim begot Ludim, Anim, Lehabim, Nephathim, and Pathrzim, and Calasim, from whom came the Philistines, and Caphatorium. Wow. Okay. Hold on a second. I want to read, let's see, this was 10, because it starts down here. I just want to see a little bit. It says Nimrod from Hebrews, Marad. Let me get y'all where it's not. I want it to be blurry for you all. I'm sorry. Anyway, let me read it to you. 10:8. It says Nimrod from the Hebrews, Marad, lit revolt, whose name itself points to his rebellion, founded 4 cities in Shinar at the tip of the Persian Gulf. Verse 10. Babel became the capital of Babylonia. Erech was a Sumerian city. Akkad was the capital of Javan, where a prominent ruler of the 24th century BC, Calneh may not be the name of the city, since it can also be translated all of them. Nimrod is the first kingdom builder, as Cain was the first city builder. He evidently distinguished himself with bold and daring deeds as the mighty one. Hebrews, Gibor, literature hero or tyrant. Though he seemed more concerned with furthering his own interests than serving the Lord, all this he did before or under the watchful eye of Yahweh. Again, an ungodly line whose genealogy will be continued in emerging Genesis 11, 1 through 9. Okay, cool. Let's continue to read on this down here, this little passages, so that we can just kind of get an idea of maybe the scenery or anyway. It says the land of Canaan included not just the territory of Israel, but also the land east of Jordan, and the inhabitants of Canaan are thought to have migrated from Arabia, where Ham had settled. In 10:21, it says, the sons of Shem were selected to be godly seed that God would sovereignly protect. From Shem's descendants came three monotheistic religions: Islam, Judaism, and Christianity. Shem's great-grandson, Eber, Hebrew, translated to Hebrew, the ancestor of Abraham, is singled out for special mention. See Genesis 11. Okay, and we're not there yet, but we're getting there. Of Shem's 5 sons, and Elam sired the Elamites east of the Tigris. Lud is probably connected to the Lydians of Asia Minor, and Aram founded the Syrian people known in the OT as Arameans. Ashur may have been involved with Nimrod in the building of Assyria, since both Hamitic and Semitic artifacts have been found in Assyria ruins. The genealogy of Arphaxad, the ancestor of the Israelites, reappears. Verse 24 through 29, Genesis 11. So, okay. Boy, those names were rough, weren't they? Okay, let's continue on here. Before we get to 11, let's finish Genesis 10:15. Canaan begot Sidon, his firstborn, and Heth, and Jubicit, and Amorite, and the Girgashite, and the Hivite, and the Archite, and the Sinite, and the Arvadite, and the Zemariite, and the Hamathite. And afterward the families of the Canaanites were dispersed, and the border of the Canaanites was from Sidon on you go toward Gerar, and far as Gaza. Then as you go toward Sodom, Kemoth, and Ammon, and Zeboim, as far as Lasha. These were the sons of Ham, according to their families, according to their languages, in their lands, and in their nations. And children were born also to Shem, the father of all the children of Eber, and brother of Japheth, the elder. The sons of Shem were Elam, Asher, Arphaxad, Lud, and Aram. The sons of Aram were Uz, Hul, Gether, and Mosh. And Arphaxad begot Salah, and Salah begot Eber, and Eber were born 2 sons. The name of one was Peleg, and for his days the earth was divided, and his brother's name was Joktan. And Joktan begot Almadad, and Shipheleth, and Azarmaveth, and Gerar, and Hadoram, and Azal, and Diklah, and Obalah, and Abilamel, and Sheba, Opheler, Havilah, and Jobab. Jobab. I'm just kidding. Jobab. And all these were the sons of Joktan. And their dwelling place was from Mesha, as you go towards Safar, the mountains to the east. These were the sons of Shem, according to their families and according to their languages, in their lands, and according to the nations. These were the families and the sons of Noah, according to their generations, in their nations. And from these nations were divided on the earth after the flood. Okay, so y'all all know about the Tower of Babel. It's a famous story, just like the flood. I guess many people don't get past Genesis, but don't worry because we are. Now, the Tower of Babel, if I'm not mistaken, that's where, all these people wanted to go up to the tower, but God was like, no. And so this is where he divided the people. So God never divided anyone by color. He just divided us by language. Let's read. The Tower of Babel. Now the whole earth had one language and one speech. And it came to pass as they journeyed from the east, and they found a plain in the land of Shinar, and they dwelt there. They said to one another, "Come, let us make bricks and bake them thoroughly." They had brick for stone, and they had asphalt for mortar. And they said, "Come, let us build ourselves a city and a tower whose top is in the heavens. Let us make a name for ourselves, lest we be scattered abroad over the face of the whole earth." But the Lord came down to see the city and the tower which the sons of men had built. And the Lord said, "Indeed, the people are one, and they all have one language. And this is what they begin to do. Now nothing that they propose to do will be withheld from them. Come, let us go down and therefore confuse their language, that they may not understand one another's speech." So the Lord scattered them abroad from there over the face of all of the earth, and they ceased building the city. Therefore its name is called Babel, because there the Lord confused the language, Babel. It confused the language of all the earth. From there the Lord scattered them abroad over the face of all the earth. And Sham's descendants. It says, this is the genealogy of Shem. And Shem was 100 years old and begot Aphex 2 years after the flood. And this is another reason why this Bible is just so good. It wants to talk about infertility and, like childless is not less. And, it's going around that a lot of people are having a lot of trouble. And more times than not, a lot of people are, having to do or thinking they have to do infertility treatments to have children, when faith will give you a child. But anyway, let's continue to read. So after he begot, Arphaxad, I don't know, I can't pronounce that. Shem lived 500 years and begot sons and daughters. And Arphax lived 35 years and begot Salah. And after he begot Salah, Arphax lived 403 years and begot sons and daughters. And Salah lived 30 years and begot Eber. And after he begot Eber, Salah lived 403 403 years, and begot sons and daughters. And Eber lived 34 years, and begot Peleg. And after he begot Peleg, Eber lived 430 years, and begot sons and daughters. Peleg lived 30 years, and begot Reu. And after he begot Reu, Peleg lived 209 years, and begot sons and daughters. And Reu lived 32 years, and begot Serug. And after he begot Serug, Reu lived 207 years, and he begot sons and daughters. And Serug lived 30 years, and begot Nahor. And after he begot Nahor, Serug lived 200 years and begot sons and daughters. So they were just having babies all over the place. I mean, after you live so many years, you would be able to see generations of your family grow, which is incredible. So, you know, the story of Sarah, or Sarai, which is a wonderful story. Again, God's testimony over and over again. All right, and so these people lived a really long time. And then this is Terah's descendants. And it goes on to tell you that Terah took his son Abraham and his grandson Lot. And so, see, this is Terah's descendants. And this is where, you know, we start to talk about faith in God and how strong is it? How strong is your faith? So this is the genealogy of Terah. And Terah begot Abram, Nahor, and Haran. And Haran begot Lot. And Haran died before his father Terah in his native land, in and of the Chaldeans. Then Abram and Nahor took wives. The name of Abram's wife was Sarai, and the name of Nahor's wife was Milcah, the daughter of Haran, the father of Milcah, and the father of Iscah. But Sarai was barren, and she had no children. And Terah took his son Abram and his grandson Lot, and the son of Haran, and his daughter-in-law Sarai, his son Abram's wife. And they went out with them from Ur of the Chaldeans to go to the land of Canaan. And they came to Haran and dwelt there. So the days of Terah were 205 years, and Terah died in Haran. All right, so we're now on to Genesis 12. Now the Lord had said to Abram, "Get out of your country, from your family, and from your father's house, to a land that I will show you. I will make you a great nation, and I will bless you. And I will make a great name, and make your name great, and you shall be a blessing. And I will bless those who bless you, and I will curse him who curses you. And in you all the families of the earth shall be blessed." So Abram departed as the Lord had spoken to him, and Lot went with him. And Abram was 75 years old when he departed from Haran. Then Abram took Sarai his wife, and Lot his brother's son, and all their possessions that they had gathered, and the people whom they had acquired in Haran. And they departed to go to the land of Canaan. So they came to the land of Canaan, and Abram passed through the land to the place of Shechem, as far as the terebinth tree of Moreh, and the Canaanites were then in the land. 12:7. Then the Lord appeared to Abram and said, "To your descendants I will give this land." And there he built an altar to the Lord, who had appeared to him. And he moved from there to the mountain east of Bethel, and he pitched his tent with Bethel on the west of on the east, where he built an altar to the Lord, called on the name of the Lord. So Abram journeyed, going on still toward the south. I'm sure you all can't see it. It looks blurry to me when I look. So this is a family tree of Abraham, which I love. These things are super, super cool. So you have, Terah, and you have some unnamed wives. And you have Sarai, which ended up being, Abram's wife later on. This is just wonderful. It's just women. So you have woman, marital relationships, and then you have descendants. And so it's got a great key. Again, this Bible is just absolutely amazing. It's a woman's study Bible. If you guys I love it. So why don't we end here, and we will pick up at Abram in Egypt. And this is Genesis 12:10. Okay? Okay. Y'all have a good night. Happy Sunday to you. God loves you.